Welcome everybody to Leducation 2021 from Precise LED. We're going to hold off for just a second to make sure a few more people join in, and we'll start in just a moment. In the meantime, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Well, wait a minute, it's St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day. All right, let's begin. Again, it's Precise LED with a live broadcast for Leducation 2021. I want to thank our guests for joining us. It's very important to us that you took several moments out of your very busy schedule to join us. We very much appreciate that. We also want to thank ELA, our rep in New York, who helped us set this up, in particular, Courtney Yip, who's been awfully helpful. In this broadcast, we actually have an ability for you to chat with us by pressing the chat button on your LED homepage, your Leducation homepage. And we have standing by our regionals. We have for the Midwest, Matt Goen. For the Southeast, we have Taylor Lynn. And we have in the West, including Texas, TJ Sika. And they're standing by to answer your questions as you enter them in the chat. So I'd like to start off just with a little reminder about Precise LED. We've added a few new products to our Zen Light line, and we're going to talk about those today. But just as a refresher, how we created Zen Light and what makes it significant. First of all, it's a linear line of light. It's the depth of 5/8" sheetrock. And what sets us apart from many of the other manufacturers is that we have a patented channel that accepts standard mud plate, which means as this fixture is recessed into a wall and gets mudded in, there's no metal surface to heat up, expand, and contract, and therefore crack the paint and the joint compound. The original product was a 1-inch product, and we've added to that a 2-inch version. Here I have a mitered version. And the reason I have the mitered version is I just want to point out that we've invented a special type of tape to use in the 2-inch version. And it's the world's first miterable tape light. What you can see here is cut lines and soldering points that allow us to make a 45-degree angle. Therefore, when this is lit up, there's absolutely no pixelation. And in addition to the 45-degree angle, we've added a few more angles. We've added 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 135 degrees. Here's an example of 15 degrees. If you look at a good close look, you'll see there are cut lines and soldering points. Now, we are the only manufacturer of a curved version of Zen Light. And we've accomplished this by creating a special lens and a special tape. The special tape for this product is called arc beam. And what you can see here is that it lays in the outside radius or the inside radius, and the LED diodes lay down in the bottom of the channel. And this can be made down to a 15-degree radius, and anything larger than that. So that gives full discretion to the designer to design anything using those extreme arcs. It's also available in pendant and surface mount. And here's an example of an inside arc, again, pretty rare in the industry. One more thing we added to the line was Zen Light Tile. This is remarkable. This is not a snap-in lens. This is a poured-in lens. We created this version so that it could be laid in cement or tile between the grouts. And it's IP68 and IK20. Be sure to call your rep and ask about Zen Light Tile. Now, Zen Light is our continually growing family. So we want to bring out the newest version of Zen Light. We call it Zen Light Louver, inspired by the great IM pyramid in Paris. And what you can see here is a channel which can be recessed, surface mounted, or pendant mounted. It can be mitered on the corners, and it's got a special diode tape, which has multiple beam spreads, so you can check the spec sheets for the beam spreads, and it also has an absolutely optimum cutoff angle provided by the louvers. In addition to the louvers, this fixture can carry a standard lens and also blanks or blackouts. And this allows you to create a fixture that has any combination of louvers, lens, and spaces. So that means if you have a design that requires a cutoff and a special beam spread for a certain area, but then it transitions maybe to a trafficked area and you want to spread the beam out a little bit more over a carpeted area, this is the ideal solution. I'm holding it at an angle just so you can see the cutoff. Now, in addition to Zen Light, we also offer a complete downlight line, and we have new construction IC, and we brought out last year the shallow downlight. And the shallow downlight is very unique because, as you can see by this version, it's actually 2 3/8 inches in depth, and we accomplish that by having heat pipe technology draw the heat away from the light engine and bring it out to 2 large D-shaped sets of cooling fins, hence the larger footprint. And what that gave us the ability to do is actually produce this fixture in up to 30 watts. Now, this particular one I'm holding is the louver version. We introduced Novation louver, and it's available in any multiple of these cells, starting with 2. 2 is the minimum. You can have 3, 4. You could have a T-shape with 5, 6, 7, or 8, up to 9. And again, the cutoff is really optimized. So I want to thank you all for joining us. I think the product line has been growing ever since this company entered the Zen Light line, and it's created so many opportunities for so many designers. I might encourage you to take a look at our website and go to the gallery, look at some of the projects that were created using Zen Light. They keep growing. I know not many of you have been able to travel lately. I happen to have come through LaGuardia Airport this week, lucky enough to see all Zen Light in the ceiling of Terminal B. So when we can all travel again, you'll get an opportunity to see that as well. So we were going to ask we were going to see if we're going to be asked any questions through the chat channel. And I have my regional standing by to see if we have any questions coming in. How does that look? Let's see. Oh, let me see. We have a, okay, let's play March Madness. From the Southeast Conference, what is the minimum number of cells you can do with Novation Louver? Okay, so the minimum number of cells in Novation Louver will be 2. And the reason for that is quite simple. You'll need to access the internals of the fixture at some point, if that's ever necessary. An aperture the size of the 2 cells will allow you to access the inside of the fixture. So thank you, Midwest, for that question. Midwest leads by 1. Is this another Midwest? No, I have one from, that was the Southeast. I have one from the Midwest. It's, can the Zen Light products transition to and from recessed and surface and pendant in a single run? Great question. That is a great question. Yes, indeed. Zen Light can transition from recessed to pendant in this case, and can actually become surface mounted. This is an example of the channel that would be used for 1-inch Zen Light, and this would be pendant mounted or surface mounted, and it would meet up with the mud-in version. So the lenses are all the same. It's the body of the fixture that's just different. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to the Midwest. And in the meantime, okay, we have a 3-way tie. This is from the West. Is this Texas? What is the tightest diameter you offer for Zen Light Arc? And any curve? Okay, so the tightest diameter of Zen Light Arc is 15 inches. That would be a 15-inch radius or a 30-inch diameter? Thank you. Wes, we do have a three-way tie.
We do have a question from Instagram. We have a question about if Zen Light is good for showers. Which Zen Light would you choose for showers?
Well, we've put Zen Light in showers. Here's an example of the 2-inch surface or pendant. No, got a finished side. And this can be built with IP68 tape, giving it the ability to work in a shower or perhaps in a soffit outside. So that's the 2-inch that would match this 2-inch. So to the previous question, can we integrate the different types? Yes, it would be installed something like this. Wait, I'm sorry, here's another one. What is the black box on the side of my sample? Okay, great question. This is a great question. These are taped on with blue painter's tape just because they are loose and they'll fall off. What we do is, if the specified length of the fixture is exactly this, we will exceed that using these end plates and then mask them with these plastic caps. And that creates a perfect line of light right up to the end of the fixture. And this is actually a product for which we have a patent because it never existed before. It was created just for our, by our owner for our downlights. I'm sorry, for our Zen Light. Good question. There's a follow-up to that. So it looks like the Midwest is leading 3-1. This question is, does the end plate have to be there? Okay, good question. I see what he's saying. So let's say we wanted to install this starting from here and going over to the side of the room. So it would start like this. Yes, we can start the fixture at a corner or a junction of a ceiling and a wall and not use the end plate. The two sections would meet, or this would be tucked into the edge of the finished wall. I see what he means.
We have a question from the Leducation portal. The question is if we'll be showing this product in August at the live Leducation.
Will we? The question, will we be showing Zen Light Louver?
Correct.
Absolutely. Zen Light Louver happens to be just the first step in this category. We do intend to create larger size louvers, Zen Light with larger size louvers, and also an arc version. So we have 1-inch Zen Light arc. We also have 2-inch Zen Light arc, and we're definitely the first company to offer a 2-inch Zen Light or a 2-inch arced product that can be designed at any curve. Another one. Do you have other products? Yeah, of course. Please join us. Please check out our website and take a look at some of the other products we have. We have multiple back of the house products as well as very many custom products, and it's very good to review the outputs. We're attempting at all times to create products that are deliver excellent output, but we're conscious of the environment and sustainability, and we're trying to work towards with a very strong effort towards sustainability in this industry. Would be it. All right, well, thank you all for joining us. Make sure you contact your regional rep or your rep in New York. Again, it's ELA. And be sure to ask them about our quizzes and our Jeopardy game. Thank you all very much.